In reading Sea Level Rise, the main thread discussed was the correlation between rising temperatures and sea level. Rising temperature of Earth is inevitable, so in turn, sea levels are also bound to rise in the future. There are two ways that sea levels are able to rise. The first is that due to high temperatures, the water molecules will expand, increasing the volume of the water. The second way sea levels rise is the typical way, where the mass of water is increasing due to melting ice, most specifically from Greenland and Antarctica. A place especially vulnerable to the sea levels rising are the communities near the Gulf. Since the since the mid to late 2000s, there has been a weakening of the stream transport. This has actually made it so communities near the Gulf and even further into the northeastern coast of the United States experiences a much larger average rise sea level compared to the rest of the world. Communities here will most likely experience flooding much earlier than other coastal communities. Environmentally, the future isn't looking too bright. If you go with the business as usual route, by 2030, average sea levels will rise by 15 millimeters per year, and by 2090, that number will become 44 millimeters per year. There are more fortunate outcomes, but those results are much more unlikely. With these projected numbers, there is no doubt that coastal communities will flood. An example of one of the coastal communities is Louisiana. These towns and cities are already below sea level, and if these highly likely numbers come true, this part of the state, along with many other places, will surely become heavily flooded. The only solution I can think of is to try and attempt to at least lower global temperatures by reducing carbon emissions. But in this day and age, that is a very hard feat to achieve.